I've just seen Casper in the chat saying, David, it's like Christmas morning, and it is. I just got a note saying that the update had just come out. Just let me make sure that is on silent up there. Otherwise it's going to... No, it's not. Yeah, so the version 5 of the A9 has just been released. Really, really excited. I thought it was going to be tomorrow, although it is the 25th here in Melbourne. So hopefully it is available worldwide now. I noticed Casper's just said he's got it. So if you are in the live chat, please pop in and say hi. I'm just going to pop in now to see who's there to say hi. And I'm going to run you through it. I've got the camera connected, so we'll be able to go through a little bit together and just show you how a little bit of it works as like a pre-release before I do a shoot or anything like that. So this is the exciting part about it. I know, Michael, it's dropped. So Pre-Day is saying, yeah, he's got his icons up there basically giving popcorn and everything else. Casper saying, yes, it's arrived. It's like Christmas morning. Mark's just saying, hi. Michael has said it's dropped. Jahid said it has. Oh, has it? Yes, it has. It's just announced, and I've just upgraded my camera now. Flying High says, congratulations. I know it is like Christmas Day. Sizzleman said, Merry Christmas, UA9 owners. Chris said, hi, David, around 10:30 p.m. here in Los Angeles. Wow, a lot are going to miss it tonight, aren't they? Because a lot are going to be in bed and they're not going to know. But they'll wake up in the morning and they'll see this and they'll be straight onto it, I would say. What about the A7 III update? No, that's going to be announced next month sometime, Chris. So, Jahad, you're going to have to wait for that. Steve saying, greetings all. Mobile Magic saying, yes, finally, I love to hear you laugh. Barry Street said, hi, David, just got your message. What was that message? Oh, is that this one coming on? I'm just having a coffee today. I wasn't expecting this at all. Kerry just brought me a coffee in. She's such a lovely person. Casper said, just finished up, no problems. Yep, I've done mine as well. Like some people say, wait, but no, I was straight into it the second it came in. In fact, it was easier than updating on previous versions for Macs because I could actually update it straight away without having to load that driver stuff that I've normally had to do on the Macs. So all I did was open it up, click install, and it worked. Normally I've got to play around with it to get it to install, but this was flawless, so it was fantastic. It took a while though, probably took 10-15 minutes. That's always a bit nervy why that's happening. Ahmed said, yeah, let's see it. I'm going to show it in a second. Trev said, it's firmware Christmas. I know, it is. The Blackmagic Pocket just got, there's a few days to go. Oh, you got the Blackmagic Pocket, did you? I've got some filters for that, just got delivered today. I'll have to show you them. They're amazing. John says, good morning from Sweden. Good morning. I'll have all the Europeans and the Aussies here today. A bit late for the US people. RP said tracking mode don't work in video mode. Yeah, I haven't even looked at that yet. I'll have to try it and see. Julian says, hi David, have the A7 III, have to wait. Mobile Magic says, I can't wait to shoot a game with it. Me neither. Chris said, good, I had a hard time last time. Yeah, it's very easy on the Mac this time, Chris. Very, very easy. I was really surprised. So a couple of things you've got to be aware of, guys. Let me just switch over to you guys, to me for a minute. A couple of things you've got to be wary of. With the update, it does not save any of your settings at all that you've got in there. So if you're not sure about how to bring them back, you're going to have to write them all down and do everything first. So that's the first hint that I can give you, is that you must basically write everything down and remember what you've done, because I believe the update treats the camera, it treats it like a new camera, and I don't think you can even import those in because the versions won't be compatible anymore because things have changed. So you are going to have to set it up like a new camera. In fact, when you first turn the camera on, it asks you to set the date and time and choose your location again. So it actually is treating your camera like it's a brand new camera, and that's sort of quite exciting anyway. Remember, it almost is like a new camera you're getting. It really is. So you do have to set that all again, and you are going to have to put every setting back in. So whatever you'd had on your quick keys, your menus, everything else, you're going to have to reset. So if you're not sure what they are, you might want to write them down before you actually do the update. A lot of people are asking too when the A7 III update's coming out. We still believe sometime in April. It might be like the A9 at the end of April. We just don't know at this stage. So anyway, so I've installed it. I've set my time and date and things like that. And now I'm just going to have to set up the whole lot. But I thought I'd just sort of take you through as a quick glance at how it all works. We can look at the tracking and things like that because I haven't even looked at it yet. So apart from turning it on, that's about all I've done now. So we can have a little look at how it works. So let me switch over now. I might go blank for a second because I'm not sure if I've got audio on this channel. So just bear with me while I switch. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it is audio there, so that's fine. So we've got audio. So we're looking at Mr. Dalek down here. I love it. But let me bring up the menus because I'm going to bring up a couple of menus. So basically, when you start, I'm going to go through the whole thing and then I'll just sort of talk about a couple of things as we go through this, just to show you what I can find that's actually different about it. So I haven't really noticed anything changing in the first page. So I'm going to go through and find the things that I see that have actually changed in this. I think the select media button is new. So that's something that's actually new. Now, I believe that is related to, if I'm thinking about the A6500 and stuff, that's if you set your save settings and things like that. That's where it will actually grab those settings from. So you can choose that. I believe that's what that is. So that's certainly something new in this case. Again, I'm going to have to look that up, but I think that's what it was. I think it was something to do with your settings once they're saved. But remember, you can't save your stuff. You can't save the settings from the previous camera or previous firmware because it will treat it as a completely different thing. That hasn't changed. Let me just come back. We'll go to the next area. Nothing has changed in there. Like I said, I'm looking at this now for the first time with you guys as well. This is new. So this circ of focus point is completely new. Comes out. Oh, that's the thing I changed. Yeah. Do not circulate means the focus point won't change. Now I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Because if I leave that on, and let me say make this go to, I'll just go to expandable, flexible spot. Now you'll notice it's a bit hard to see because of see how I've got I'll put it down here. Now see how on there at the moment, if I go to the end of the screen, it won't go any further. So it locks at that point, and that can be really annoying. I did used to love the way I could do this with my Nikon years ago. So I want that to just continue and then start from the other side. I just find that easier. So all I'm going to do is now go on to circulate. And now when I do it, you'll find that setting will continue right across. And I find that really handy. I mean, you may either love it or you might hate it, but I certainly want to leave that in because I find that very, very helpful. Let's go to the next thing and have a look. We'll keep going and see what else has been changed. I don't think anything has changed in there at all. We may see things later on, obviously when I come back, that have been changed. So I don't think there's anything changed there either. Nothing has been changed in the flash section. Nothing has been changed in that color white balance image processing section. Nothing has been changed there, I don't believe, unless the focus peaking is any different. I don't think the focus peaking is any different, so I think that's all the same. Face registration's all the same. All of this recording mode's all the same. Audio recording's the same. So it looks like there's not much changed in this area, but I know where it will change is the actual settings coming up. Custom key settings will change because now this gives you the new folder where you can actually see the key that's being changed, and then you can work out exactly how this can be set up. So I'm going to have to sort of play around with it again and work out how I want to set this up again now, because the AEL button for the IAF, but I no longer have to do that, and I'll show you once we set this up, and I'll show you how it focuses and the tracking works very, very soon. So because I do that now, I no longer have to use the AEL button as it was. So things are going to change around for me depending on what I want to use. So this is really interesting how this actually works. So that's really cool. And I think this will help a lot of beginners. And I would say, obviously, any new Sony photographer that comes out and buys new cameras now are going to get this type of graphical display, which can be really handy to have. And I think that's really good. And obviously, if you scroll right, you get the next one where it shows the buttons. That's the top. And it's also showing now what's on by default. And then you can change it, obviously, to suit what you'd like, and that's if you have a lens with the button, the focus hold button on that as well. So that's really cool. And like I said, I'll go through these and work out how I'm going to set them. The custom keys and stuff like that, I usually do have them following from the normal custom key, so I never change anything like that. Function menu set is new though, because this is great, because previously, if we look at the A7 III, let me just see if I can bring this up for you, and I'll show you where it is. Before on the A7 III, that's what you got, all right? So that was basically it, and quite hard to really understand and see what was going on. So this new system that they've brought up is much, much better, because you actually see it as a graphic, and I really like that idea. And again, this is just the default ones, because remember, this was set up like a new camera. So these were the default ones, and I will change these now to work out what I want. And I'll probably do another video now that this has happened. I might try and do one tomorrow once I set this up. So I'll show you how I set this up, or how my menus are set up anyway. So that's fantastic, and I really love that ability to do that now. Not a massive deal, but it's still something where they've improved the settings. Your My Dial settings, you can change your controls as well and put different things in there if you want to. I'm going to have a look at that. But again, that's something new. Let's keep going and see if there's anything else that I can see is any different. Don't think so, anything there. Oh, now your ratings as well. This is new. So you can actually now set your ratings. You never had that on the A9 before. Obviously, you had that on the other cameras, but you hadn't got it on the A9. So this is interesting. So if you set that, you can then put that to a quick key and then select your ratings from that. I never use it, to be honest. It's something I never actually use, but certainly if you're a sports photographer or something like that, it can be very advantageous to click something and rate it. I mean, it might even be something one day I will use if I want to grab, say, a wedding video, a highlight from a wedding, and I want to select certain images. So it could be quite interesting to do that as well. And that may be something that you could set in there. Your ratings could be done through there, and then you could put them on a quick key or something like that if you wanted to. So that was certainly new. Let me just go back to where we were. So that's that rating customer set. That's all the same. Jump image settings different, I noticed. So that's how you can also set. You can jump if you want to, and I think you can set up by rating and stuff like that. So that's really quite a neat thing as well. So you could just jump between all your rating 1 images, rating 2 images, and things like that. So that's really quite an interesting feature to have, and I think that a lot of people will like that as well. Let me just scroll back. I don't think anything has changed there at all. Nothing has changed there. Oh, yes, it has here. Obviously, now that I think this was all the same as previous, but I did change this just before. I actually put touch panel plus pad because I want to be able to use the EVF as well as the pad, which you couldn't do previous, and that was a real pain. So I am now glad that that's been added in, and you can go touchpad settings. You can turn that on, obviously, if you want to, and I just turn mine on to the whole screen, but you can choose if you want to where that's actually set as well. Let me just keep going through. I don't think there's anything else has changed there. No, nothing, that's it. I think that's it. Just goes version. Obviously now is going to say version 5. That's the latest version of the software that's out. So that's how you can check if you have got the latest firmware version. And that's it. Then there's just the my settings menu, which again I'll have to now set up again because I've lost all of those settings due to the fact that it actually got upgraded. Like I said, this is the first time I can't remember upgrading from any other camera where I've had a setting from firmware where it resets the camera back to blank 0, as if it's a completely new camera. I haven't had that before. So you're going to have to put in your copyright information again. All of your quick keys are going to have to be put in again. That's why I'm saying be very, very careful and write those settings down before you actually do the update if you can't remember what they are. I can't even remember how mine was set. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to set this up now as a completely new camera. I'm going to have a play around with it, set it the way I want to set it. And like I said, I'll share that with you, exactly how I've set mine up. I'll probably try and do it tomorrow if I can. And then you can, if you'd like, you can set yours the way I've done it, or change it to suit your sort of settings. So now let's have a fun bit, because the interesting thing is now we're going to look at the focusing and things like that have changed. So I noticed in here that now if you go into the focus menu, now when you click into here, so you've got the normal focusing points, which obviously is wide, zone, center, that's your flexible spot, and then you've got expandable flexible spot. But this is the new one which is in there. Now, I noticed you've got tracking wide. There's also tracking zone if you want to just track with zones. There's tracking center, tracking flexible spot, flexible spot M, flexible spot large, and just expanded flexible spot. So now the interesting thing is if I leave that on wide, now the amazing thing, now I'm not sure if this is even going to work now because it's not, I don't know if I can do this with, I don't think I can. Let me see, I'll have to go to, I was hoping I could do the touch screen, but it doesn't look like you can do it when it's connected via HDMI. Unfortunately, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show that, but let me see if I can change it to flexible spot and see if we can have a look at it. So let's try that and just see, and then I'll move that over. Now it's just like I'd move the image over by selecting it. Now you can see when I press the shutter button now, it will track. Now, the interesting thing is that, oops, let me just come back. It will now track it. So you can see now it's following it around. So whatever you click on in the beginning will be in focus. So it's a pity I just can't use the touchscreen because I tried it before and it is incredibly fast. All I would have to do is click on the Dalek like that, hold the button down to hit. You can see then it grabs that tracking thing immediately out and then it will start to move around. Now the IAF, let me just see if I can get this working. I'll just see if I can move this down. So let's see if I can get that to work. So you can see here that it's grabbing the face. Now if I could make that larger, then it should grab the eye. I mean, it's very, very small on the screen. Let's just see how we go. Be interesting to see if it works just on that. Yeah, there you go. You can see it did grab it actually. I wish, oh, it's still on flexible spot. Let me move over to wide and just see. I've now got to try and put up a thing of me talking. Let's find somewhere where I'm chatting away. Let's go there. All right, so let's see now. So if I now press it down. So the interesting thing is now it will grab from, I wish I had a bit closer. I can't make this any bigger, I don't think. Oh, hang on, I'll make it full screen. Let me try that and see. See if it grabs it now. Let me move it over. There we go. So you can see here it's grabbing. Now the interesting thing is I'm only half pressing the shutter button down and it's grabbing the thing between the two. So it seems to be really, really fast. You can see there it's grabbing the eye straight away afterwards. Now I did notice that when I was using it, it's a pity I can't show you the touch screen through the actual HDMI cable. It just doesn't work, unfortunately. But I might try and do a video. Let me just escape that. I might try and do a video really soon with a model or something, so I can show you, or anyone, just so I can show you how it works with the tracking. Because I have noticed that the back LCD particularly is way more responsive than what it was previously, like leaps better. When you're moving around, there's no lag at all. It does seem to be incredibly fast. Like I said, I just can't show you because it's not going to work, which is a pity, but it was super fast. And I've really noticed a difference, say, between using the A9 version 4 before and then using that version, which looked fantastic. So it looks, I mean, like I said, I just wanted to talk to you and give you a quick, really brief overview of things that have changed today, what's happened to it. The focus looks like it's incredible looking. I just played with it in the studio just in there, and like I said, had to play around, and I also tried it on the screen and tracking the Dalek with my finger just to click on it, and whatever you click on, the second you press the shutter button, is immediately being tracked. Now, someone said that you can't do it in video, so I'm just going to have a look and just see if it does what it brings up in video. The problem for me is, let me just see if I can take off, let me just put it into video. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Yeah, it won't work because I can't show it through the HDMI cable. I'll have to test that because someone said that the tracking didn't work in video, and I'll have to look at that and just see if it works. Let me take off the monitor and let's see what I can get if I hold it by hand. I'll just take this all off. Oops. So let me just connect that. Let me turn that off. Because there's always complications if you want to try and start using the stuff with HDMI cables, and that's half of the problem why it doesn't actually work. So let me see if I go to movie. I'll just see if it actually does tracking. So let me change that, see what we've got. No, it's actually blanked out, so perhaps you can't. I did notice if I'm in movie mode, let me just see if that will focus, that the tracking part to it is not available. So I'm not sure what that means, and I'm going to have to play around with that to see what it does. You've got everything other than the tracking modes on that. So yeah, it mustn't be available in video, which I thought it was going to be. So that's interesting. Yeah, strange. So that's something I'm going to have to test. But I can say that if I turn this on to manual, it's now available. Now I'm going to press record. Just let me see if I can keep this tracking going if I now press record. No, it doesn't look like it does. No, it doesn't look like it does. So I'm going to have to play around with that. So it looks like those tracking features that are there are only there if you are doing it in stills and not video. I do remember saying, though, that their video focus was improved. So I'm just going to have a look at that. To be completely clear with you, I found the video focusing was amazing anyway. If they've improved that just from what it is, I'll be wrapped. It is a bit disappointing if you can't just say, I thought I was going to be able to just put the, click on the bride walking down the aisle and have it track her in video, but it doesn't look like you can do that. You certainly can with the stills. So I must test that to see how it all works. If anyone has any updates on that, let me know in the comment box down below, because clearly I'll be in bed and a lot of the Americans and Europeans will be all starting to play with this now, because I'd be really curious to know if there's a workaround with that or not at this stage, but I couldn't see how it could be done. They did say that it was going to be better, particularly in the autofocus with the video as well, so I think they've probably just improved it. Also, they've improved the color. That's something I've got to test still. Dying to test that. I'm also dying to test just how sticky and reliable the autofocus is. But like I said, playing with it a few minutes ago, it looked like it was incredible how it was locking on and tracking around. So let me open up the chat because I'd be curious to know what you guys have to say. Let me come up and have a look. See, RP said their tracking mode doesn't work in video mode. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't. Yeah, which is a little bit disappointing, but oh well, we can't complain. We've got an amazing update anyway. Let me just put this down here. Julian says he's got the A7 III. I'll have to wait. Yeah, it will come, Julian. Also saying hi. Casper saying 1:30 a.m. Boy, you're up late, Casper. N. Thomas said still waiting for the A7 III update. Yeah, hopefully it's not the end of April for you guys. Jihad said you have to show us the time-lapse feature. Oh, now was that? I don't know if that was the... No, that's coming in the next version for the A9. The time-lapse is coming for the A9 in summer, so that's not there yet. We've got to wait for that. In summer US, when they release it for the A9, we get the animal eye autofocus and we get the time-lapse. So the A7 III is actually getting the time-lapse before the A9. You're getting that in April. So that's one really good thing with the A7 III. So I can't wait to upgrade that either as well. So yeah, that's fantastic. Has the new leaf filter holder hit Australia yet? No, I haven't seen it, Jason. Greg said, can you change the colour of the focus point indicator from invisible? No, I don't think you can. I don't think so. Let me just have a look. You can change flexible spot, I believe, under firmware, and I'll have a look at that when I do it up again. I'm sure Casper or someone told me about that. There was a workaround on the A9 for that. I think it changed the flexible spot one though, so I'll check. I'll have a look at that when I do my firmware upgrade for you, and let you know. Jihad said, looks like the A9 didn't get the time-lapse feature yet. No, that's coming in the next version, Jihad. That's coming later. Altric said, I'm glad I'll have two. Is that the summer update? Yes, it is. That's the summer update that's still coming. Travel Explore said, hi, David. G'day. Marco's also saying hi. Teresa's saying, late, just want to say hi. G'day to you. Hero said, did an A7 III get the update too? No, it's coming April, Hero. Mark, can you give people here the link to the firmware upgrade? Yes. I can only give the Australian one. I'll put the Australian one there, though. So this is the Australian one. So that's that one. Let me just go back and see if there's the US one there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Someone else will be able to post it. If I can get it, I'll actually put that in the description box as well for you. What else have we got? Burger said, Hero 7 A7 III update probably late April. Yeah, probably will be, I would think. Chris said, thanks so much for showing this. No worries, Chris. I just wanted to pop up and give you a quick update. Mark said the release update is for the A9 only. The A7s will get theirs in April. Yep, I'm looking forward to that too for the A7 III. Clearly, it's going to be a much better IAF implementation, so I really am looking forward to getting it. Mark said the release date is for the A9 only. The A7 will get theirs in April. Casper said my touch focus does not work. Casper, you've got to actually turn your settings on. In the menu, I can't do it now because I've unplugged it. You've got to go to your setup menu and you have to turn on, because it wasn't working for me either. I'll just show you where it was. You've got to turn those settings on, Casper, under there. There's touch operation, touch panel pad, and touchpad settings. Make sure that they're turned on there. If they're not, it won't work. And then just go to your tracking or expandable spot. Burger said, David, you must use tracking expandable spot. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can change for that. Hero said, okay, thanks. Barry said, poor old A7R2 got nothing. Yeah, I'm using that now. I know I'm with you, but it probably, you know what, you can't complain. That camera's been out for so long now. you really can't complain about that. Hero said, still going to go and get the A7 III today. Laugh out loud, wife's going to flip her lid. There's nothing wrong with the A7 III at all. It's a great camera. It's on for you, Casper. Let me just check. Hang on, I'll just do a test for you. Have you turned it on to your tracking flexible spot? Turn it on to tracking flexible spot and try that. Let me go back to zone wide. Yeah, well, mine's working on everything. So I'm not sure why yours isn't working. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Mine's working on all of them. I'm not sure, Casper. That's not good. Burgess said, what's that? With that you activate new icon. With that you activate the new icon. I'm not sure what that means. So that's it. I mean, really, that's all I wanted to pop on for, was to just give you a quick overview to say the firmware is released. By the way, I booked my WWPI accommodation today. So I am definitely coming to the US next year in February. So I've booked, I think, the 4 or 5 days in Vegas for WWPI. And then we will be going to some other locations. So stay tuned for that. So I really am looking forward to meeting as many of you as I can. Hopefully a lot of you too can sort of come and see me at Vegas. If not, probably we can even put a meetup in LA or something like that as well, and I'm not sure where else we'll go, but at least that part's booked now, so we're definitely going to be coming out. Can't wait to see you all, and then hopefully sometime also next year we'll have something in Europe as well. So really excited about that. Did you get it to work, Casper? Just curious. We're staying at the Hollywood something. I'll tell you in a second. It's probably horrible. Caesars we're staying at. Is it called, it is Planet Hollywood Caesars or something or other. I had no idea. I just looked for something and just booked it. So that's where we're staying, Altrix. So it's the Hollywood, what did I say it was? Planet Hollywood Resort. It is. So, yeah, so that's where we'll be staying. So, can't wait. Kerry and myself will be coming out. So I'm really excited, and hopefully I can meet so many of you there. Hero said, awesome, WWPI is going to be great. I definitely want to go now. Oh, yeah, it's WWPI, isn't it? Now, I think I said WPPI. I use a focus. It used to focus when I touch the screen. Yeah, it should do it, Casper, if it's on continuous. Let me just see. Hang on. Yeah, it will in video mode. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you've got to half press the shutter button. But it probably depends on the modes. I'm going to have to play around with it too to have a look. But I've noticed the touchscreen is incredibly responsive compared to what it was before. I mean, really responsive. Sony have done a really amazing job with that, like incredible, if you look at what that's now capable of doing. So it just shows you what they can do with firmware. It really does. And I've been so impressed so far, just even playing around with it. I can't wait to try it in a real shoot. So I'll see if I can do that. What else have we got before we finish? So fire away some questions, guys. If you do have anything, if you want me to test stuff for you or whatever. Yeah, I typed the wrong laugh out loud. Oh, okay. WPPI. Oh, so it is. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So I'm really excited. Kerry's excited about it too, though. Mark said, seems there is something new for the A7 III transfer and tagging, although it's listed the link does not work yet. Interesting. So the A7, well, you're also going to get the new eye autofocus too, Mark. So for that, so yeah, there may be updates too. And I'm just wondering whether they'll improve the touchscreen as much as what the A9 is, because that touchscreen is super responsive. I mean, really good. I mean, when I'm looking at it, moving around, it's really nice. And I'm moving my hand around pretty fast, and it's really good, really responsive. Excellent. So I can't wait to try that. Lewis said, how you going, David? I have the money for the A7 III now, but if I keep saving, I could get the A9 in June. What do you think worth the wait? Yes. Yeah, I'd wait. mostly because of the tracking that's in this camera now, Lewis. If you can do it, unless you're into video and you really want the profiles, it probably, I would buy the A7 III. Apart from that, though, I don't use profiles anyway, so I'm quite comfortable with the A9 as it is. And now with the new tracking side to this, I think it's definitely worthwhile to do it. You get the 20 frames per second, you get the amazing silent shutter, and it's one that you can rely on without any rolling shutter, no banding, things like that. So you're getting that reliability. You're getting a much better shutter. I mean, when I say much better shutter, it's rated a lot higher. Not that you even have to use it half the time, because I mostly shoot in silent shutter anyway. So they're things that you could think about. So yes, I think at the moment, particularly now with that upgrade, this is like getting a brand new camera. And I really think now I'd probably, if you could afford it, to get the A9 over the A7 III, definitely. But if you're sort of borderline on money, you could use the money you save, and then you could get a good lens. Like you could get, say, a Tamron 28-75 with the money that you're saving. So you've got to think about whether you can afford it or not. If you can't afford it, I would get the A7 III and then a lens. But if you have the income there, I would definitely get it. I would definitely get the A9. Super Awesome Guy said, when is the A7 III update? Sometime April. Hopefully it's not the end of April like it's been for us, though, but it may be. It might just be the end of April. Casper said, I will figure, it will be fun to figure it out. Just glad they're doing these updates. I agree, Casper. Michael said, rating it 1 to 10 on the update for you, David. Look, Michael, honestly, I'd probably have to say there's still a couple of things like, I wish you could change all the colors in the menus and things like that, and the focusing menus and all that sort of stuff. But having said that, I really do think it's a really big update, and I probably would give it an 8 or a 9. There was one other thing I wanted to mention. Let me just show this on the screen up here, because it is important. What was it that I had to discuss? There was something that changed in this menu. That. Now your record media settings have changed. Let me just get that focused. So that has now changed. That is much, much better than the archaic way that the A7 III and the A7R III works. So that is another change that is very, very good. Selecting your slots and also prioritizing your recording media is great. This is 100% better than the old system, which I hated and was so confusing the way that it worked. You had to pick the opposite card number and things like that. It was just weird the way that worked before. So that is fantastic. Apart from that, yeah, look, like I said, Michael, I would give it an 8 or a 9. Like, I've got to be honest, I've only just tried the stuff around the house, and I just tried it with Kerry a few minutes ago, but the tracking seems to be nuts. I mean, it does look really, really good. The updates that they've put in there, how to set up the camera, things like that are really good. You've got ratings in there that you never had before, which is also really good. And that, like I said, that new menu alone that I just showed you then is fantastic as well. So I think, like I said, I would have paid for this, and people hate it when I say that, but it really is like getting a new camera. I still have to check the video side of things, though, because I am disappointed that the tracking's not in video, but I'm not sure how that works yet, or whether it has been updated. So that's testing to come. We'll have to see how that goes. Hero said April most likely. Phantom said support for 1 image ratio. Yeah, let me check that actually. Let me go back to here, because it did say that early on, didn't it? Report for that. So under aspect ratio, you have now got 3:2, 16:9 and 1:1. So if you are shooting directly for Instagram, this is really quite handy, because you can go 1:1 straight out of the camera. So that's a really good thing as well. So that has been added under aspect ratio. So that's another thing that I missed before. So there are things tucked inside other menus at this stage that I wasn't aware of. So yeah, that's something as well that's very handy as well. Thanks for bringing that up, Phantom. Mark said, sounds great. The A7R3 already rocks, so anything new is a bonus. Exactly. You're getting amazing eye autofocus and animal eye autofocus out of that camera shortly. Let me just show that. Flying High or Low said, now I have sent a link of stay tuned of WWPI 2020 or later. I will inform my wife. She has never been to the US and I never to Vegas. Yeah, I'm so excited about going to Vegas to WWPI. Particularly, you know, because I am so involved in the wedding industry, and also it seems to be the place where all of the YouTubers and everyone goes to meet. So I'm so excited about going out there for that time. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you guys, and hopefully we can all organise some shoots and go and do some shooting. That's what I would love to do. And it'll all be free, obviously. Again, there's no way I'm charging for any of it. So hopefully we can all organise some free shoots. You never know, we might be able to organise models and stuff like that. I know a lot of the other YouTubers go, and perhaps we can all do things together. It's going to be really exciting, so I can't wait. I can't wait for 2020 now. Dion said, transfer and tagging add-on is probably for the Image Edge app. Yeah, it might be, Dion, actually. Barry said, still love the A7R2, will never sell it. I still love mine as well. Lewis said, thank you, I'll wait. I love the Tamron. I have the Tamron, love it. Don't regret that I'm not getting the 2470. Yeah, I love the Tamron as well. Mark said, here's the link with that weird update for the A7R3. There are two, and that's today's date on it. Weird. I'll have to look at that a bit later, Mark. Hero said A6400 uses the same batteries as the A7 III. Yes, it does. That's why I've got a bucket load of them. WPPI. Am I getting it mixed up again? I keep mentioning the name wrong, Michael. Yes, WPPI. So we're going to have a meet-up somewhere too, Michael. Say it over and over again. I know, I keep getting confused. Greg said, until March the 30th in the States, you can get the A7 III for $1,600 and the A7R for $2,500 and the A9 for $3,500 right now in the US if you trade in any working camera or lens, including a $40 Craigslist special. That's fantastic. Just one W, okay, thanks. So it's WPPI. I think I put a thing in the photography videography skills saying W. I don't know what I put in there now. I'm just so confused. Casper said, shutter white balance lock. Oh, yeah, that was different too, wasn't it? Let me have a look at that. So if we go to white balance, see, there's so much that looking at I didn't even notice before. What menu is that under, Casper? I can never remember where they all are. Oh, hang on, I think it's there. Is it down there? No, I'm just looking at that. There's nothing there. Oh, yeah, it's there. Shutter white balance lock is there, down the bottom there. Shutter AWB lock. I'm just checking what it's got on that. You've got, obviously, halfway down, continuous shooting and on, yeah. So you've got the same thing as like the A6400, I think. So that's on there as well. The thing that you can do with that is you can lock the shutter button if you press halfway down. So it locks the automatic white balance. So that's really can be quite handy as well, because if you, say for instance, you're shooting an aperture priority and you've got auto white balance set, you can get variations between white balances between shots. So if you set that on with locking it when it's half pressed down, all your settings will be locked with the same white balance. A very, very handy addition. So that's also very good that they've added that as well. So thanks for telling me that. Anything else you know that I've missed, guys, bring it up. Thanks, Casper. That was a good catch. Michael said, can't wait to hang out, all the free coffee you want at the bar. I know, we're going to have a ball, Michael. I can't wait. I'm going to go off. Vegas is never going to be the same. I'm going to go off. It's going to be so funny. I can't wait. Dion said, finally get to meet Jason Vong in person at WPPI. Yep. Hero says, Greg, I'm going to need that link. Brett says A9 is a new camera. It is basically like a brand new camera, and that's the thing about this. Sony could have charged you for this, and they didn't, and we have to be thankful for Sony for that, because it is an incredibly big update that they've given us. Really extra, super extra features. So really, we are lucky, and I'm so glad that I bought the A9, and this is why I said now it probably has taken the A9 up above everything else. I already thought the A9 was the best camera I had ever used, and now this is going to take it to another level. So I've been lucky because I've had the A9 a couple of years, and now it's like I've got a brand new one again, and I have to thank Sony for that. How it says, have something new about the A6500. No, all we know at this stage is rumours that there's going to be a replacement sometime mid-year. That's the latest that we've heard about the A6500 replacement at this stage. There was an announcement in the Sony Alpha rumours yesterday from a Sony manager that said APS-C is not going to be ignored, and stuff like that, and there was a few hints there. So we're still thinking probably about mid-year, and then possibly at the end of the year for the A7S III. That's the rumours at this stage that we're talking about. Greg said trade-up deal. Oh, so that's that trade-up deal, is it, Greg? C and Link says WPPI is basically a big mall for wedding photographers that goes on for a whole week. From personal experience, you just need one day, but you might not be their target market. Yeah, well, I'm there for I think I've booked in for 5. I think the trade show goes for 3 or 4. But I mean, I'll just go off in Vegas. I'll organise shoots, do everything up there, and have fun. As long as I don't do anything for money, there wouldn't be any issues with visas and stuff like that. So I'm just going to come over and do everything for free with you guys. We're just going to have a ball. We'll get some models and just go nuts. I can't wait. So we'll go crazy in Vegas. I'm also going to go to LA and stuff as well, so we can do stuff there too. What else have we got? Brett said the wait is on for the A7 III and the A7R3 firmware. Yeah, and it's going to take ages, just like it's killed me waiting for the A9. Dion said we should start your bail fund now. Probably, Dion. I can't wait. I'm going to have some lots and lots of coffee with the boys and girls. I'm so looking forward to it. We're gonna go off. N. Thomas says, WPPO Wedding and Portrait Photography International. Woohoo! Mark said, the links for the A7R3 are now working. Oh, they are working, Mark. Oh, that's cool. Altric said, you should do Shutterfest in 2021. Maybe, Altric. C and Link said, well, if you hit up LA, let me know. Yeah, I'll be posting more dates, obviously, as time goes on. I just wanted to book the accommodation because WPPI was on, and I wanted to make sure that I had accommodation locked in for that. So I've done that the 12 months out. And then obviously, in the meantime, I'll work out what to do with other things and where to stay, like in LA and stuff, and what we can do in LA and things like that. I've got stacks, like Michael will obviously help me. There's stacks of people there that'll help me. 7 says, does the A7 III update have the same tracking AF as the A9? No, it doesn't. Only the A9 and the A6400 have got that new tracking mode at this stage. I'd say all the new cameras that come out now, they will probably have it. But certainly the A7 III and the A7R3 aren't getting that. They're just getting the IAF. C and Link says, well, yeah, I've read that one. Mark said, A7R support now for transfer and tagging, plus Image Edge Mobile. Cool. Jason Witzel said, if you come to Vegas, you may not be able to accept any money, but there's nothing wrong with taking coffee donations. Oh boy, am I going to be in trouble. You guys have to look after me. Oh, I love it. Where is the Image Edge Mobile stuff? I don't know. It's not released yet, is it? So that must be still coming. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't even looked at that yet. So perhaps that's still work in progress. I'm sure it's going to be coming out. Vegas is a 4-hour drive to LA. Yeah, I'll probably fly. See and link. I'll probably fly in from LA. I would say that's probably what I'll do. I don't think I'll drive unless I want a road trip. That'd be fun as well. I mean, I love doing stuff like that, so that'd be quite interesting too. Any more questions, guys? It can be anything. Otherwise, I'm going to go and have dinner because what is it here? It's 5:20 in the afternoon. But so excited! I really thought that I was going to have to go to bed tonight, and I wouldn't sleep because I'm like a kid with candy, and I'd be waiting till the morning, and I'd be up at probably 4 o'clock updating firmware. So I'm just so happy now that this got announced. I think Brett actually mentioned it. So thanks, Brett, because I wouldn't have noticed it. I saw you mention it in the Sony Alpha Brisbane site. So I'm glad you mentioned it there. I also have put on a video just today too about the Ninja V, the rig that's just been put up. So check that out if you've got the Ninja V, obviously. If you have got that, have a look at that video. I've also got the cage that I'm going to review for the A7R as well. A7 III, I mean, and it would fit the A7R as well. But I've got that cage, so I will talk about this in another video coming up fairly soon because I needed a cage system that could hold the Ninja and everything together. As you know, I do fusion and I'm doing stills and video at the same time. So I wanted to set up for when I'm doing more full-on video. So I've had that sent to me from Small Rig. The cage was sent to me from Small Rig as well. Got a lot of filters delivered to me today. I think it's from Free World or something. I'll review those, but they're for the Osmo Pocket Mobile, and they've sent me a bucket load of them, and they look amazing. I've already bought one, but they've sent me a stack of other ones that have polarizers and NDs all built in, so I can't wait to review that for you guys in the coming days, and some other things too. I'm still waiting on the V battery for that light that I got sent. As soon as the V battery comes, I'll also review that for you as well. So I've got stacks of stuff at the moment that we can review for you all. What else have we got? Casper have fun. Good night. Mark said that imaging Edge Mobile is what I've mentioned. Oh, so is that there, Mark? Let me just open up that link. I'm just seeing what's in here. Let me just go to here. Oh, yeah, Imaging Edge is there, 25th of the 3rd. So that's it there. So it is available now, guys. Looks like it's available. So you can download that now. So that looks like it's all working. Transfer and tagging add-on, yeah, that'd be something for those, for your rating and stuff like that, I would say. I'll have to have a look at those as well. So, that's interesting. Thanks for that, Mark. Let me just go back to here. Brett just said thumbs up. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Brett. That was good. Seven said, when is the 35 1.8 lens coming? Well, we hope soon. It's like I've said to a lot of people, the A7 III is the perfect entry-level camera that Sony have said it's their entry-level camera. So at the moment, we've got the 85 1.8, which is a really, well, I mean, I'm not going to say cheap, but it's priced at a reasonable price. So if they can bring out a 35 1.8 that's as good as what the 85 1.8 is, what a great couple of lenses you can get as a beginning photographer. Because I've always said my favorite two lenses are that 35 and the 85mm lens. So if you can get, say, a good 35 1.8 and a 85 1.8, they're both native lenses, it's going to be fantastic. So I'm sure Sony will bring it out. It's just a matter of waiting until when. Michael said, you'll fit in great, David, for WPPI. Lots of vendors. You'll see a lot of YouTubers that will want to meet up with you, David. Great place to get to meet the reps from different camera companies. Yeah, I had a hell of a lot, Michael, of camera companies asked me this year if I was going. That's why I thought it might be a really good idea just for the marketing side of things alone to go. But it's also I want to meet you guys. You guys mean a lot to me, so I'm really looking forward to meeting you all. Altric said it's in the App Store. Oh, it is in the App Store, is it? Let me have a look. Because if it is, I shall update that right away. I'll show you. Image editing. Image Edge app. Was Edge app. Might not be in Australia yet. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it is here in Australia yet. It might be still coming here. Is it just called Image Edge? Oh, Image Edge Mobile. Let me check that. Hang on. Yeah, it's not available in Australia yet. Bummer. Who said that? Who said that was it was in the... not sure. Someone said... Oh, Altric. Yeah, it must be just in the US at this stage. It will come here, but, you know, we are on the other end of the earth. And we'll probably be there in the morning, so I'm going to have to wait. It's not there yet. So I'll wait for that. No doubt it will be. What else have we got? Michael's just saying hello to everyone. Mark said, Michael Messer, great news. Can't keep good photography down. I'm not sure what that meant. And that's about it, guys. Look up Sony. Yeah, let me try Sony and just see. I'll just see it because I might have some Aussies watching as well. Sony. Let's see what that finds. So I've got Sony Remote Control, Sony TV, Sony Remote... Oh, Image Edge Mobile. Ooh. It's there. Let me up... Oh, okay, so I'll do this. This just gets better and better, doesn't it? Honestly. I think I had it anyway. I've already got it. It's just the update. I've already got that. I'm getting all excited and I already had it. I've just never used it. Well, there we go. So I'll have to fix that now. So I already had it. Well, that's interesting. What else have we got? Look up Sony. Yeah, I've got it, Altric. So thanks for that. Jason said, I just checked and the Imaging Edge is in the Android App Store too. But it's not. Does it say Image Edge? Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, I'll have to check it then. So I have already got it. So I'm going to have to play around with that as well. I better do a video on that too. Jason said at least here in the US. Yes, well, it's here now too. It's just an update to the app. Oh, okay. That's probably why I never noticed. Gayan said it's in the Android App Store in India. Dave said I found it in Australia under Sony. Thanks, Dave. So have I now. Aldrich saying welcome, and Dave said welcome as well. All right, guys, stay tuned. I'll have a lot more to do with this camera, obviously, in the coming days. I will try and set up my menus, and like I said, I'll put a video up about how my A9 is set up for you guys that want to know how I've set mine up. I'm not saying copy it, but it might be good for you to see how mine is set up. So I'll do that. I wanted to wait until this upgrade came out. I've done one for the A7 III and the A6 400, so I'll do one now for the A9. And then obviously I want to do a couple of tests to see how well it works in photography and stills. So I'll try and organise a couple of tests as that with that as well. So it's pretty exciting anyway. Mark said there, Sony is killing everyone just through the updates. I know. It's amazing. It really is. All right, guys. That's all for now. I'll see you all in the next video. Stay tuned. Have a great evening. If you find anything I haven't discussed, let me know in the chat box below, because I'll even have a look later this evening. And I can certainly have a talk about it tomorrow as well. Apart from that, that's all, guys. See you all in the next video. Bye for now.